So here we go again. Good evening, sis. Hope you are having a good day and having fun as well. And yeah, it's been another busy day for us today because I had to work hard, try to get an early finish, and I've got that, which is great. So all systems go. Right. If you like any of my videos, if you please stick a like on my video and also subscribe if you are new. And also keep watching us. And tonight I'm going to do me like a transfer update, which is 4 days to go before the windows slam shut. And there could be a few players coming in on loan, or we could have a couple of people leaving Newcastle. So let's hope that we get some good deals coming in. So got quite a few people liking this, which is great. And like I said, just keep watching my channels. I'm going to do plenty of content as well, which would be great. So plenty to do. So let's go on to the first one. I mean, a lot of people's been asking about this guy for quite some time, and I hope we do get him on loan or maybe on a permanent deal. And that's Willens. Now, remember him? We had him on loan for 6 months before he had that badly damaged knee in, which is a horrible thing to do against Chelsea. And without an injury, that's the season ended. To shame, because he had a fantastic few months with us, and I thought he was a decent left back. I thought he was a second left back. I thought he was absolutely amazing. Perhaps Jamal Lewis can learn a thing or two from this guy, and he could be coming to us on a free. And there's several reports come out and saying that they think about ripping up his contract and actually give him on a free transfer. Hopefully that'll be us. But I've heard a few people saying that his knee could flare up at any time. So they're going to have to do a stringent of medicals on this guy to make sure that everything's okay. Would I have him? Definitely. I think he's a fantastic left back. Also wing back as well. I'd take him all day long because I like him. And if we can get this guy, then, like I said, I hope players like Jamal Lewis will look at him as well, watch and learn. And hopefully we get this guy in before the window slam shots. And that's Willens. Could be coming on free. The next player we're going to look at as well could be a surprise to a few people, and he's Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Now he plays at Arsenal. He looks a canny player. He can play fullback, right or left. He can also operate in midfield. Now, according to the Daily Mirror, he wants to leave to boost his Euros hopes, and whether he'll get that chance or not, I don't know. Mikel Arteta saying he needs to book up his attitude and book up his ideas as well. And he might tell him, look, you need some game time, son. So hopefully we may get him. That's according to the Daily Mirror Online. No, we're not after him as well. We're not the only ones after him. Excuse me. Wolves want him as well. They want him for quite some time. And a couple of other clubs as well. I think the guy's there in London if he decides to play on loan, maybe to a London club. That's my guess anyway. But he looks a decent prospect, but he needs some game time if he is to make it in Euros in the summer. And would you take this guy to Newcastle? If you just please leave comments in the sections down below and tell us, what will he bring to Newcastle? One thing for sure, he's better than Emil Kraft and Jamal Lewis. I think he is. Can he play him? So we're going to look at some players going to be leaving. And the first one's been mentioned, you guessed it, is Ritchie. I like this guy, but surely now his time's got to come to an end at Newcastle. He's been a great servant at a club, and when he joined us on the Rafa Benitez, his first season, absolutely amazing. 16 goals he scored that season, and he was a proper leader, a shouter, and tells players where to go. Class that. And since he's got back in the Premier League, he finds games hard to get by at this moment, certainly the last couple of seasons, mind. And he does get injuries a lot, but he's on a 3-year deal back in the summer. And Bournemouth wants to take him back to the South Coast. How much that'll be, I just don't know. But we might get probably 5-6 million for the guy. If they offer him that, I'd just take it, because at the end of the day, I think he's been a great servant. But if I'm honest with you, I just don't think he's the same player. It's quite slow, and he's not as good as he was. And I could be wrong. But if he goes to Bournemouth, I wish him all the best, because like I said, he's been a great servant. So you can use some of that money to buy proper midfielders. So would you sell him to Bournemouth, or would you happy keep him until the end of the season? If you leave a comment on sections down below. And for me, I'll just say, if he wants to go to Bournemouth, he can go to Bournemouth. Right, and another player could be on his way, and that's the Funky Barney, Yedlin. So it looks like he could be off to Turkey with Galatasaray. He's kind of agreed a deal to go there, whether it be this window or in the summer on a free. So if he does go to Galatasaray, I wish him all the best as well. Apparently, the club has kind of messed him about, and he wanted a new deal, and basically, they never came out to him. And all he wanted is clarification and say that where he wants to be. And the club never even said a word. And to make things worse, his visa ran down as well. And they didn't give a toss. They wanted the guy out. And he's 27. And last few games, I thought he'd been canny. And at the end of the day, will he be a first teamer next summer? Probably not. He comes in and out. But when he does play, he's quick and he gives it a go. But at times, distribution's quite poor. But at the end of the day, I just think, for me, I think it's time for him to move on, for quite honest with you, to know what I mean. But I wish him all the best as well if he does decide to go to Turkey. So, would you sad to see this guy go? Again, leave the comments in the sections down below. And on to another player as well. It's Dwight Gale. And he's out of contract at the end of the season as well. But he's finding games hard to come by, and he's not getting enough games. The last goal he scored against was against West Brom, when we won by 2-1. But injuries again is playing them up on a regular basis. And he's attracting West Bromwich Albion, which personally I will not send him there, not to a relegation rival. Definitely not. But again, first season, he scored 23 goals. And if it was for the injuries, it would have been a lot more. But he's still a good finisher. I think he did a cracking job in the championship. So any championship players, teams want to buy this guy, and you want him in January to get you promoted, he's your guy. And like I said, he'll be on a free transfer at the end of the season. And I don't think he'll be getting a new contract. And for me, I think he needs a way. So would you keep Dwight Gale? Leave comments down there. And we'll just see what happens on there. But other players should be on their way as well. For me, it'll be Helmut Xavier, Arsenal Assar, Christian Atsu. Why aren't clubs coming in for these players? Because they're on big money in Newcastle, and the club cannot get a shift of them. Shame, because they just want to sit down, like, just think, you know what, I'm going to make some money here, the in out. And what can you do? You can't force the players out of the club. But what you can do is just rip out their contracts and just offer them some money just to get away. Surely Ash can do that. And surely Bruce can do that as well if he stays at the club. Excuse me. So I'll ship them out ASAP. If we get them out in a couple of days, it's a big if. Then we might get some players coming in. And we also, after this lad from Leicester, I can't remember his name is, Shodari, where his name is. And he hardly played for Leicester. That's the guy who took Matt Ritchie out of the game, which is a poor tackle. Again, are we going to get this guy? Probably not. I think Brendan Rodgers might want to keep him. But we see what happens on there. So that's the daily transfer update. And the window slam shuts in a couple of days' time. And let's hope we get a couple of bodies in on loan. If we can do that, that'd be great. And if you like the comments, please leave a section down below. And also, please stick a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. And I'm going to wrap this up quickly. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a good evening. And until then, bye-bye.